Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I'm Jason, your host. Our current government in the UK is a piece of shit. I mean that in the very literal terms. They are assholes. They are idiots. They are numpties. They are going to cause deaths. They are being very sneaky, they are being very nasty, and they obviously see disabled people as second-class citizens. There's a few things going on that need to be talked about. They try to play down it, they try to say that things aren't going to go badly for the disabled people. And they've got quite an army of media people and that to back them up. But this is not true. This is not fact. This is, in fact, complete and total lies. So let's deal with the first lie. And that is that anybody who's actually disabled, genuine disabled, they say it with such sincerity, will not be affected by the changes to PIP. Remember, they've moved all of the disability, everything part of it, behind PIP. If you don't qualify for PIP, you lose everything. And you will be fast-tracked onto the get this person a job or sanction them route. That is the only thing that they're interested in. Now, just give me a second. A freedom of information request was given by someone very smart. And basically, it's proved that 9 out of 10 people who currently get PIP, who currently are classed as being disabled and needing help, either to get to work or to live independently at home and so on, will lose their benefits with the new 4-point system. 9 out of 10 people. That's about 1.3 million people who are on PIP at the moment who will lose it. And we're not counting all those people that didn't manage to get PIP, but do get, at the moment, other help. Nine out of 10. Think about that. So, either magically 9 out of 10 people on disabled thingy are going to jump into work and be happy, or they're completely and totally fucked. This is nothing short of a genocide attack against disabled people. It really isn't. I mean, there's no other way to see it. The way they're going about it, the way they've coloured all disabled people as shirkers, as taking the mickey, and then they throw this into the mix. 9 out of 10 people are going to lose their PIP, and therefore 9 out of 10 carers for disabled people are going to lose their carers allowance, because yes, that's behind the PIP wall as well. And all those people who got help outside of PIP will lose that as well. 9 out of 10. Now, I have gone through the new 4-point system. I've shown people my recent not last week, the week before, they sent me my yearly review assessment that basically just says, yes, you're still classed as severely disabled. Everything's fine, and all the boxes are ticked, and says that I get the severe disability premium and that, and I'm classed as unable to work. The moment this rule goes in, The moment this new 4-point system goes in, I will lose all of my benefits. I won't magically become better and productive member of society, but because they're changing where the goalposts are, those 9 out of 10 people, because remember, their own statistics that they had to release, show that less than 0.4% of fraud happens in PIP. No matter how many people try to tell you, oh, I know a friend, I know someone down the pub who does this, blah, blah, blah. It's all bullshit. It really is. 9 out of 10 people on PIP are going to lose PIP. That's the first big problem. That means I have an expiry date when I will lose my benefits at that time. Now they're sending out a survey. Oh, this survey's interesting. I've read what the survey is because people have posted it online. Supposedly it's done by an independent group, and your caseworker or your person in the DWP won't know who you are and that. But if you want a £10 voucher at the end, you've got to sign up and that, and you put your username and your address and all that kind of thing to get the £10 voucher. Yeah, they're going to know who you are when you tell them what you use your PIP for. Now, the problem with this is very simple. Every single disabled person is unique. They give us this amount of money so we can function, so we can become independent, so we can live, so we can have the chance of, if we are able to get a job, it can pay for the expenses, the extra expenses. It's a bunch of bullshit. They basically, from what I can see of the survey, it's worded in a way where to answer the questions actually makes it look like you don't need a lot of the stuff, and that they're basically doing a system that will justify them either reducing PIP or replacing it with vouchers. And that, once again, even if I managed to stay on PIP and they went down that route, I would be fucked. Why? Well, I'll give you one single example. That arcade machine over there was bought with my PIP money. I am in no way ashamed of that. Why? Because of my official diagnoses and my issues, my autism, my bipolar, my PTSD, my ADHD. All of those problems that can cause me to go into a very, very bad position, a very bad place, an end-of-line place, a place where suicidal thoughts live, where I can totally lose connection with reality. That machine over there, holding on to those tactile sticks, playing Space Invaders, playing the same game that I played when I was 9 years old, can ground me and bring me out of a depression spiral, bring me out of a life-threatening event better than any medication, better than any other type of thing. But how? There's no place in that cost-benefit analysis for me to say, yeah, I've got an arcade machine here, and this is what my PIP went on, and this helps me survive. There's nowhere to put that. And can you imagine in the future if they turn it over to a system where you have to ring up some fucking bean counter? How the fuck am I supposed to explain that in a way that will justify it? How will I get the voucher to be able to go on eBay and buy one of those? Or all the other bits of technology that help keep my brain stable? So that's the other big problem. And then there's the third part. They're going to actively pay doctors £20 for every person they don't send to the hospital. They're going to motivate your doctors to not send you to the hospital. And they're going to provide rewards for hospitals that go through and validate every single person on their list and remove anybody they can. They'll get bonuses. Can you see what they're doing here? And at the same time, next year they're going to reduce the funding for the mental health part of the NHS. Can we see this as anything else other than a government trying to basically kill off disabled people? This is not a conspiracy. You can look up the facts yourself. You can read the fucking stuff. It's out there. It's not actually anywhere hidden. It's not just on a Facebook group. And at the same time, right at the end of their term, they're going to push through this assisted dying. And they're going to allow it for mentally ill and disabled people as well. Now, if I was a skeptic person, I'd have to look at this and say, okay, so they're going to put all the 9 out of 10 disabled people in a position where they will lose all support, where their health, mental health and that will go through the fucking floor. They'll be removing help for them from the NHS and that, and the doctors will be motivated to not send them to the hospital even if they need to be there. And then they're going to bring in assisted dying for people so that when people are at the lowest ebb, when people see nothing left to live for because everything's been taken away from them, because their independence, because PIP's been taken away and they're losing their houses and they're going into debt and that. Oh, that assisted dying is going to look so nice, isn't it? I may have said assisted living a few times through that instead of assisted dying, but yeah. You know what I mean. This government is actively creating a narrative to turn the entire country of working class people against disabled people, and then going to actively set up a system that pushes disabled people into such crisis, such depression, that they will welcome the assisted dying. Won't that be nice of them? And you know what? If it works, it will lower the tax rates. Oh yes. I wish I could say that wasn't going on, but it is going on. So what can we do to fight this? What can we do to stop it? First of all, make sure your MP knows exactly how you feel. Write them a letter. Let them know what you think of their bullshit. Try to be at least polite enough that you're not threatening them, so you don't get a hassle for it. Contact your local newspaper. Write to the Guardian, write to the newspapers, whichever one you follow. Let people know what you think. And when your fucking MPs come around for your vote, in the by-elections and that, you fucking let them know under no uncertain terms that if they vote for this bullshit, you're going to switch. Sign all the petitions that are going on around. I'm part of what's called Disability Rebellion, which is a group of people who are basically trying to fight this. The sad thing is, when it comes to political parties at the moment, we can't trust Tories. In some ways they're worse, in some ways they're better, but we can't trust them. Can't trust Labour because they just proved that they want to basically commit genocide. Can't trust Reform because Reform want to destroy our NHS and turn it into a mirror copy of America. And anybody who's been over there, well, it's not very good. People in America have to basically think about how much it's going to cost before they call for an ambulance. Do we want to go down that route? They also hate disabled people. They see them as a drag on society. So the only choices we've got is Lib Dems or Green. And I have no loyalty. I will vote for any party that is going to protect the rights of disabled people and not try to screw us over. I hope you're all having a good day. Bye-bye for now.